What's happening, folks? It's D-Rock coming to you today. Headed to the woods. Just gonna do a little work, filling the feeder. So I had to get loaded up to the old trailer, get the old side-by-side hooked up. Spike, you can't go. But anyway, today's I got a 600-pound boss buck feeder, and I got to get some feed in it. So what you think I'm gonna put in it? Some of that old Backwoods Attraction. Get the old Protein Max. I go ahead and cut it. You see the corn up under here. And I'll tell you something else that's flying off the shelves at my local co-op is this Buck Trio. That stuff is really good. It's got the Protein Max pelleted rice bran and also a corn blend. But I tell you what, those dang bucks are tearing it up. I saw when I went and picked that up at the Louisville Co-op today, I noticed that there were other people purchasing that Buck Trio. So it's good stuff. So y'all hang tight. I'll be back in a little while from the woods. Get that old Backwoods Attraction out. Come on with it. Ooh, Mississippi heat, baby. Ain't too bad today. Got everything out the back of the truck, so ready to rock and roll. Got the old side-by-side loaded up. About to go get these old deers fed. Gonna be nice. Real nice. Get this out of the way. Having some batteries from my cameras. Tell you what, if you're watching this, I have a question. I've never used the solar panels that you hook up to your camera. So what solar panels do you use? Comment in the section. That'd be a really good question for somebody to answer. Because I'm probably spending $50 a month on batteries. So I'd really like to cut that down a little bit. But anyway, over here I finna go see if I can get old Blade, keep him fed up. I have one 600-pound feeder in the back, and I have one 600-pound feeder here pretty close to the Boss Buck feeders. And I know the batteries are out at the one that's a little bit closer. So I'm gonna change the batteries, and I think I'm probably gonna be out of feed because they have been hammering that feeder. So I'll tell you what, old Blade is making some pretty good significant growth here in the last couple of weeks. So be pretty excited to see what he turns into this year. He's probably about a 150 something last year. So the bases are looking good. I may post a picture of him on my video here. Maybe. Be back to you in a minute. We'll be going down the mountain when we go. We'll be going down the mountain when we go. I don't know the rest of the song. Oh, hang on there, baby. The only time I bring this side-by-side down here is to fill up these feeders. Them suckers is eating so much. They're eating the tops out of that new growth right there too. They hungry. They hungry down off in here. Down off in the holler. Oh, little bumpy. Little bumpy. Had to bring my chainsaw down here last time because it was got a couple trees across the thing. So, and there he is, the big Boss Buck 600-pound feeder. Better load the wagon, baby. Standing on top of the world. I don't know if I know that song either, but it sounds good, huh? Maybe, maybe not. Alright. The Boss Buck is bone dry. Tell you what, 600 pounds of feed. Hello! Is anybody home? Luke, I am your father. Sorry about that. Had a moment. All right. Well, as you can see there, I'm about to load this baby up. Some of that Backwoods Attraction Protein Max Buck Trio and a little corn. Dice it up. Load the wagon. Here we go. Set that down. Get the old knife out. Not that I need it. before I do that though, show you kind of what I'm working with here. I told you I moved this feeder. You can see there's a pretty good trail. You might be able to see like right through there. And they like to come down this draw anyway. You see the little bit of water right over here. And anyway, that last year, if you go back and watch a video, me and Lacey did a trail like right up through there, goes back up through there, and then finishes up back here in the back in case we killed a big buck back there. Go get the side-by-side in there and actually have a stand up back there next to a, on the side of the ridge. And tell you what, last year, as far as that stand goes, I had the stand up and I was like, well, there was one cedar tree over there. And I was like, I think they're gonna cross right here. Well, sure enough, I hunted that stand one time where I had it originally last year. And of course the buck comes out at that cedar tree. That's how that goes. But anyway, got another pretty good little trail they're making. Well, that draw, as you can see, it just, that ditch kind of runs all up through here. Runs all the way down here to the little bottom. A lot of hardwoods down there, a lot of acorns dropping. They like to bed back over there in the back, and they also like to bed right here across the road. So, but anyway, got a good little trail coming. Let's see here if I can get this pointing right. Yeah, like right up through there. So anyway, I just felt like this would be a good spot for me to be able to kill blade, maybe. You probably can't see it, but there's a tree right up through there that on the back there is probably about 25 yards, maybe 30, that I'm thinking about putting a lock on right back there. So that way it kind of be up the hill, and my entrance will be up here on top of the hill, and I can just stop right there and get up in a tree. And of course I'm gonna need some kind of north wind, hopefully, I think. The deer do like to come from this way, and they do like to come from that way, and I've had a few coming right down this little ridge right here. So anyway, I'm about to fall off the side by side. But there you go. I'm gonna get this feeder filled up, and we'll be back in action. All right, folks, this is D-Rock coming to you with a little info here on this buck trio. I wish companies would actually show you what's in the bag, so that way you kind of see what it's talking about. But now this buck trio has, on the bag it says Protein Max, which is the very high protein, 132% protein. So you mix it with other stuff, which is what they did for you with the buck trio. All right, so you got pelletized rice bran. We all know that those deer like the rice bran, and corn blend. So the Protein Max, pelletized rice bran and corn. So there you have it. Look at here. Good stuff. I'm telling you, them dang deer. It's got a little bit of a sweet smell to it. Almost like a sweet feed. So just put that baby in there first, and then put a bag of corn, and then another bag of buck trio, another bag of corn. Kind of repeat the process until I'm out here. So there you go. And I got this one bag of that is straight up Protein Max. So we're gonna pour it to old blade and get them old bone growing on that head. Get it back rocking and rolling. And then I have a tree right over there. I'm gonna go put out a little bachelor group from Pure Whitetail, and some ladies night out, and just start get a little scent started right here in this area particularly, to make them a little more curious about this area, and you know, maybe they get downwind of it, smell it, and it'll bring them in here to that good feed too. So of course they got a little bit to eat. Not much right here. You can see some of this new growth. I'll have to show it to you here in a minute, where a little hinge cut on this tree right here, where they're eating the tops out of those leaves right there, and deer love to do that. So, but it's just not a whole lot of that over here, which is why I have two 600-pound boss buck feeders, because this whole entire place that I have is 100%, 100% all wooded. So feed is all it is. But I'm gonna do a little mock scrape deal over there to start getting something a little interested, and I'll come back to you in a minute. All right, so I told you about the deer eating the new growth off of a tree that I kind of did a little hinge cut on. I mean, it is nothing more than a sweet gum tree, but anytime there's some new growth, I mean, I've seen this in a lot of, with the MSU Deer Lab and a lot of different places, as far as when you do these hinge cuts and that new growth starts coming out, those things are packed with protein. So I'll show you this real quick. As you can see there, the tops have been eaten out of these leaves right here, where the deer are just coming by and eating it. And it's a few other places down here too. Some of those other little briars right there are they're eating the tops out of those, and that little bush right there, they're eating the tops out of that too. So just a little cutting I did over here just to clear it up, but right here in this one little area. Probably did that about, I think I did it back in February, because I wanted to kind of get some of that scent and stuff out of here and get everything lined up. So got my camera batteries put in. Now I'm fixing to go right over here. There's a tree with a little bit of a limb there. I'm gonna see if that one will work, and I'm gonna put some of this old pure whitetail out and see if I can draw a little more curiosity here. So I'll set my little tripod up so you can see that as well. So not much to it, just squirting out some of that old good stuff, huh? This ain't no game, baby. Hey, this is D-Rock's Outdoor Life. I appreciate you jumping on here to watch my video. I hope you enjoy it. Go like my Instagram at D-Rock's Outdoor Life. Or you can do it on my Facebook page, which is D-Rock's Outdoor Life. Or you can follow me on Twitter, which is D-Rock's Outdoor. Appreciate y'all watching, and hope you enjoy.